So we are prepping for our first big trip of the year. Our goal this time is to beach camp on the coast of Texas. This is something that we didn't really get to do last year on our road trip, and it was kind of on our bucket list, but we just didn't get a chance to do it, even though we traveled all up and down the coast of the United States.
Before we hit the Gulf, we're gonna go see some friends in Dallas, and then we're gonna go down to San Antonio and spend some time with my family. It's been a while since I've seen them. And then after that, we're gonna head down to the Gulf of Mexico. I've been to the Gulf probably a dozen times over the years, and I've camped there once before, so this won't exactly be new, but I've never been overlanding through the Gulf, so that part will be different.
So we have about 8 days until we depart for our trip, but before we can do that, we are going through doing engine checks, cleaning things up, and making sure we are in good running shape. So today is all about prep work. We got the 3-inch lift kit on this past fall, and we've been running it, and we've been pretty happy with it so far. Technically, you're supposed to get underneath and retorque everything after 100 miles or so, but we're about 1,000 over the moment, so yeah. But it's mostly just been highway miles. We haven't really been doing anything heavy on off-roading, so we've just kind of been easy on it. But I figured before a big trip I might get under here and retorque everything and make sure everything is in tip-top shape. But you can see we have the rear shackle here. It is extended longer than the stock one, and that is what gives us our lift in the rear. So I'm just going to get under, retorque the leaf pack, and check everything and make sure it's good to go. These are supposed to be torqued to 90 foot-pounds, and I think we are good. So, give it a good crank.
Oh, you kicked the camera a little bit.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did.
Oops. Oh, they did loosen up a little. Yep, and that is why you check things, because these are actually kind of loose. That's one side down.
There you go. Oh.
You get him?
Well, he was on my hand, then he jumped. There he is. He's hard to see. He blends in with this car door. Come on. Easy. Easy.
He's gonna want to be put on something high. He doesn't want to go on the ground.
Here. Come on. In the tree.
So we are all done tightening things up on the Xterra, and we are looking good. We have a few other things we need to do, including packing, but we're saving that for another day. So I think that is all we are going to do today. And it's probably a good thing because wind is starting to pick up, and I'm getting hungry. Wow, this is just absolutely unbelievable. We have 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts today. I was kind of hoping to get some work done on the Xterra here behind me, but that is obviously not going to get done. There is dirt flying everywhere in the air. There's smoke. We've had 2 wildfires just in the past week alone within minutes of our house, which is just absolutely crazy. The air here is just incredibly dry, and New Mexico is in just really bad shape. There's wildfires all over the state at the moment. I think I am really looking forward to getting out on a beach here, get out of the state a little bit, get some cleaner air, because this is just crazy. My eyes are dry. This wind is ugly. So working on the Xterra just isn't going to be happening at all today. We're gonna have to push it off to a better day with better weather. And I'm kind of hoping our trip isn't going to be like this the whole way through, especially while we're driving. In times past, we usually always have a headwind. It's just no matter what direction we go, there's always a headwind. Just really weird. And yeah, this is bad. I'm going inside. This is just crazy. I don't know what I'm doing out here. we finally have a good break in the weather, and time has finally run out. Today is packing day. It's kind of warm today, but no wind, and that's great. We took some time yesterday to clean out the Xterra, top to bottom, scrub it down, so what you see behind me is probably as clean as it will ever get. So our goal today is to load up the Xterra, and the plan is to get out of here first thing in the morning, super early, and hit the road. Oh yeah, your Starlink came. Let's do a box opening.
Big box.
It's a nice box. Very Apple-esque. Backyard unboxing.
Oh, there's not much to this.
That's interesting. I haven't seen the rectangular ones. I've seen the round ones. No shortage of cord.
I think it comes with 75 feet. It's checking obstructions. In the background you can see the screen. Clear view. Oh, I didn't notice that's changed.
Oh, it did.
I hope you got that on video.
It's a little blown out, but I think it did catch it. I didn't even hear it. It's a quiet motor.
It's got configuration here, but I can't see it in the sun. We're gonna have to step over into the shade. So 95 down, 4 or 5 megabits up. I can live with that.
So that was my dad's Starlink that just came in. That was pretty darn cool. We were playing around with that for a little bit, and then figured I gotta get back on track here. But he's been doing a lot of his own projects lately, filming them, and I'm trying to get him to start his own YouTube channel, and I'm very, very close. We're almost there. Just has to do a little bit of editing and get the channel started and see where it goes. But anyway, back on track to what our plans are. We have packing to do today, and the plan is to take off super early tomorrow morning, probably at about 3 or 5 o'clock-ish. And yeah, hopefully we can get to Dallas before sunset, most likely before sunset, and I'm hoping we can get there by 5 or 6 realistically. Meanwhile, we did clean up the Xterra, and figured I might as well, now that I have it so clean, I might as well give you guys the official walk around, so here you go. This is our 2003 Nissan Xterra. For the past year, she's been our main workhorse for all of our adventures. Under the hood, she is all stock except for an AMSOIL bypass oil filter. For the roof rack, we have a Gobi Ranger rack, which is more than enough to handle the weight of the tent and the awning. On the side, we have the 23-0 270-degree Paragon wraparound awning, providing plenty of coverage from harsher weather. As for the tent itself, we've been running with the 23-0 62-inch breezeway. In the cab, we have a dual-band ham radio for communication, and the antenna itself clamps onto the roof rack right next to the tent. For tires, we've been running with the BF Goodrich KO2s, and so far they have been able to get us everywhere, even into the hardest of trails. For auxiliary power, we use a Jackery 1000 that provides power for all of our electrical needs, keeping all our gear and batteries charged. Powered off the Jackery, we have our Dometic CFX55 cooler. This cooler does have an ice maker, but I still have yet to try it. On the side of the vehicle, we have installed Anderson pole connections for 12-volt accessories, as well as a second connector for plugging in solar to charge the Jackery while we are in camp. So our storage solution that we have is pretty much no different than what we did last year, where we just have 2 totes, a fridge, and we just kind of fit everything else around them. And it's not the best solution. Things obviously get old and brittle. The totes are already starting to fall apart. So an upcoming project we're gonna have to do is actually building a storage system in the back of this Xterra, maybe with some drawers and sliders, and give it a little more professional feel to it, I suppose. But that's a project for another day. I am heading out to fill up the gas tank before we leave, because I really just don't feel like doing that at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'll just take care of that now. Taylor is wrapping up, packing up our clothes bag, and other than loading the fridge, we're basically done packing. We are all gassed up, ready to go. Don't tell anyone, I accidentally left my wallet at home, but I was saved by the Apple Watch. So onward home, finish packing. So I'm gonna power the cooler on now, let it cool down, get down to temperature. It says it's 93 degrees right now.
That makes sense.
It's pretty hot, so we're gonna let it cool down and load it up later tonight. And that should be about it. Then we just gotta load that clothes bag up into here, grab the camera gear, and we're good to go. One thing we noticed is that it doesn't seem to matter how long our expeditions are, 3 days or 35. We pretty much pack the same amount of gear. Most of our gear stays in the Xterra, allowing us to have a quick and efficient departure for all of our expeditions, and we are happy to finally get out on our first expedition of the year.